Welcome back to Nerd Flame. I am Mr. Flame, and today we are staring directly into the future of cinema. Forget what you think you know about blockbuster slates, because the next few years are going to reshape the landscape of pop culture with some of the most anticipated sequels, reboots, and animated event films of all time. We're talking about beloved franchises returning to the big screen, not just with follow-ups, but with universe-shifting events that fans have been obsessing over for years. The sheer volume of colossal properties coming back from the dead or continuing epic sagas from the animation giants is staggering, and trust me, the rumors floating around about some of these are even wilder than the official announcements. Get ready to feel the hype, because we are diving deep into the films that will dominate the box office and your social feeds, starting with the colossal year of 2026 and beyond. The first wave of massive animated returns hitting theaters in 2026 is already sending shockwaves through the fandom. And at the top of that list is the absolutely essential next chapter in the Toy Story saga, Toy Story 5. Now, after what everyone assumed was the definitive emotional conclusion of the fourth movie, the announcement of a fifth installment sparked immediate and intense debate. How do you follow up a perfect ending? Well, the persistent and widespread rumor mill suggests Pixar is leaning into a concept that both honors the past and launches the franchise into a truly new space, perhaps exploring the toys' perception of their own history and mortality in a way that is incredibly sophisticated for a children's film. My personal expectation is that they will use the separation of Woody and Buzz to introduce an emotional narrative centered on the meaning of friendship across distance, possibly even reuniting the two classic characters for an unprecedented inter-toy community adventure. The anticipation is a mix of dread for the potential to ruin a perfect quadrilogy and pure, nostalgic excitement to see the original crew back together, a tension that is guaranteed to keep this film dominating trending topics until its release. This is not just a sequel. For millions of people, it's a reunion with characters that define their childhoods, and that level of fan investment is what fuels the box office fire. Moving from Pixar's emotional core to the hilarious anarchy of Illumination, 2026 also brings us the highly anticipated Minions 3. Love them or hate them, these little yellow chaos agents are an undeniable cultural phenomenon, and every new installment shatters box office records around the globe, making this film a guaranteed moneymaker and a source of incredible fan excitement. The biggest buzz right now revolves around the continuation of Gru's story, and whether the Minions will face a new, even more ridiculous global threat that forces them to evolve past their signature brand of nonsensical destruction, or if the studio will stick to the successful formula of pure slapstick comedy. My hope is for an introduction of a new rival minion group, perhaps a more sophisticated, well-dressed, and utterly villainous faction, which would provide a perfect comedic foil to the adorable stupidity of Kevin, Stuart, and Bob. Rumors have also suggested a time travel component, possibly sending the Minions through different historical eras to accidentally cause some of the world's greatest disasters, a plot device that would allow for endless visual gags and cultural references. Regardless of the exact plot, the global hype for Minions 3 is colossal, because it promises exactly what the fans want. More Minions being Minions, an uncomplicated dose of pure fun that will dominate family film queues and internet memes for months. And you cannot talk about 2026 without addressing the elephant in the room, the seismic return of DreamWorks' biggest star in Shrek 5. This is the sequel that fans have been clamoring for, a chance to see the big green ogre back in action after a decade-plus hiatus, and the anticipation is absolutely through the roof, especially with the persistent, albeit unconfirmed, whispers that the original voice cast is fully returning. The biggest speculative plot points center on Shrek and Fiona's children, now teenagers, dealing with the struggles of adolescence in a fairy tale kingdom, potentially even having one of them embrace a rebellious streak and try to join the human world, forcing Shrek and Donkey into an epic, dimension-hopping rescue mission. The rumored addition of a fan-favorite character from a completely different DreamWorks property, a move to create a true DreamWorks multiverse, has set the internet on fire, with people desperately trying to decode subtle social media hints dropped by producers. My personal prediction is that this film will serve as both a nostalgia trip for the original audience and a soft reboot for a new generation, injecting modern humor and animation sensibilities while keeping the irreverent, fairy tale parody heart of the first two movies. The sheer anticipation surrounding Shrek 5 is a perfect storm of nostalgia, meme culture, and genuine cinematic excitement, setting it up to be one of the biggest animated releases of the decade. Looking ahead into the tantalizing pipeline of 2027 and beyond, the biggest name to drop is the one that every animation purist, fantasy lover, and nostalgia fan is losing their mind over: the live-action reboot of the Disney classic, The Hunchback of Notre Dame. Now, while this is a live-action project, its cultural impact stems entirely from its animated predecessor, and the challenge of adapting one of Disney's darkest and most critically complex films is exactly why the hype is so palpable and intense. The rumors are flying fast and thick about who will play Quasimodo and Frollo, with speculation leaning towards serious, prestige actors to ground the film's heavy themes of morality, religion, and social justice, indicating Disney is aiming for a sweeping, musical epic rather than a light-hearted romp. Fans are fiercely debating whether the film will embrace the original novel's somber ending or stick to the animated version's more hopeful, albeit still bittersweet, conclusion, a creative choice that will define the entire tone of the reboot. My expectation is that they will not shy away from the operatic scale of the original soundtrack, making this a true spectacle that aims to be taken seriously by both critics and audiences, unlike some of their more sanitized recent remakes. The sheer risk and potential reward of bringing this beloved but incredibly challenging masterpiece back to the screen is what is generating this colossal, inescapable hype train, and you can guarantee every single casting choice will break the internet instantly. The Marvel Studios side of the animation and reboot conversation is generating its own black hole of hype, most intensely centered around the constantly whispered about animated series continuation X-Men 97, Season 3. Even though the first two seasons have already proven to be massive hits, the demand for more is insatiable, and the persistent rumor suggests that Season 3 will directly set up a massive cinematic reboot or, even more likely, an animated feature film that will truly bridge the gap between the original cartoon and the live-action MCU. The fan theories are completely wild, suggesting everything from a full-scale incursion event that drags the team into the multiverse saga to the introduction of a completely revamped and classic villain lineup, paving the way for a more permanent big-screen presence. I firmly believe that the producers are working on a spectacular feature-length story, given the overwhelming success of the series, possibly titled X-Men Mutant Genesis. That would give the classic team the huge, high-budget cinematic adventure they deserve. The hype here is fueled by pure, unadulterated nostalgia, but also by the studio's demonstrated respect for the original source material, giving fans confidence that the continuation of the story will be done right, which is a rare and precious thing in the modern age of reboots and revivals. This is the ultimate payoff for fans who grew up with the cartoon, and its potential impact on the entire Marvel universe cannot be overstated. Finally, we have another certified Illumination smash hit that will redefine how we view the video game-to-film adaptation landscape: the Super Mario Galaxy movie. Following the incredible billion-dollar success of the first film, the sequel moving into the spectacular and intergalactic setting of the Super Mario Galaxy game immediately elevates the stakes, promising a visual spectacle that goes far beyond the scope of the Mushroom Kingdom. The biggest rumor right now, and one that is absolutely thrilling fans, is the inclusion of the fan-favorite character Rosalina and her Loomis, which would introduce a profound and cosmic mythology to the franchise and give the sequel an emotional core that could rival even the best of Pixar's work. My personal expectation is that the film will embrace a massive, almost operatic sci-fi feel, allowing the animation studio to push their visual capabilities to their absolute limit with massive, colorful, gravity-defying set pieces. The fan hype is not just about seeing Mario and Luigi again. It's about the promise of a truly expansive, imaginative universe, where every beloved character and location from the games has a place on the big screen. A faithful adaptation that has truly captured the joy and spirit of the source material. The anticipation for the Super Mario Galaxy movie is the feeling you get right before you launch into the cosmos. A blend of wonder, excitement, and the certainty that this is going to be a monumental cinematic event that cements the franchise's place at the top of the animation food chain. The future of animated and franchise cinema is not just bright, it is a blinding supernova of sheer, unadulterated hype. We have sequels that promise to reinvent the wheel, reboots that face the daunting task of perfecting classics, and animated returns that will define the childhoods of an entire new generation, while giving us old fans the best kind of nostalgia trip. The sheer financial and cultural muscle behind these Marvel, Pixar, Disney, Illumination, and DreamWorks projects means they are guaranteed to dominate every conversation, every box office weekend, and every fan theory video for the next several years. From the heartbreaking potential of Toy Story's return to the cosmic scale of Mario's next adventure and the dark, beautiful majesty of the Hunchback of Notre Dame, the slate ahead is a feast of phenomenal cinematic experiences waiting to happen. Get your tickets ready, nerds, because the biggest shows on Earth are just about to begin, and you do not want to miss a single second of the spectacular chaos. Thank you so much for watching, my fellow nerds. The only thing more exciting than talking about this colossal slate of films is making sure we can talk about them together. If you're hyped for Shrek 5, ready for Minions 3, or if you think you have a better casting rumor for the Hunchback of Notre Dame, smash that like button right now and let me know in the comments below which one of these announced or rumored sequels is giving you the most insane level of hype. Don't forget to subscribe to Nerd Flame and ring that notification bell so you don't miss our next deep dive into the biggest movies and fan theories in pop culture, because you know Mr. Flame will be back soon with more fire.
I didn't know this was even possible. I learned how to make money online. The link is right below in the first pinned comment.